Well, have I made the worst decision of my life and the biggest mistake, or have I grabbed myself a bargain? Now, I'll walk you around and see if you can spot any of the red flags of buying a used bike. Yeah, you spotting them yet? I'm sure you experienced people will straight away. Now, put aside people's choice of taste and things like this stick-on imitation MotoGP front wing and these very divisive Rizoma stealth mirrors that people seem to love or hate. A tinted screen, that could be questionable, but at least it's a quality one. Power bronze, so far okay. We've got aftermarket levers, but again, they're light tech ones, so good quality at least. When we get round to this full titanium exhaust system, SC Project, and it's obnoxious to say the least. We've got GB Racing covers on there, and what else have we got here? Tail tidy, at least it's an Evotech one, so again it's a good quality one. 4D number plate, let me know what you think about those in the comments. But what's the biggest telltale sign of buying a used bike? Yeah, the first thing I look at is the chain. I don't know how well this camera is going to pick it up, but this is after well over an hour of scrubbing it yesterday, and I've coated it in gear oil to, I know some people just use that as their normal lube anyway, but the good thing with gear oil is that it does continue to work to clean the chain. But I think, to be honest, the chain is shot, and look how slack it is. Yeah, that's right. Not tensioned properly. Well, all that being said, I couldn't tension it yesterday because Aprilia, like Suzuki and the Honda before it, they all have a different sized nut. So had to go and get myself a 26mm socket, because all of my socket sets were 24, then 27, then 32, and I had a 30mm and some other sizes. So those are kind of all the alarm bells of this bike. Now, what are the good things? Well, no oil leaks. It is absolutely dry, and you may or may not be able to see it on camera, but you know, it's got a couple of watermarks and stuff, but it's generally very clean. As I go around here, it doesn't have the original Aprilia oil filter on it. It's got a K&N oil filter. What else is good about this bike? Well, what's good is the mileage. I'll pop this on. There we go. Oh dear, that's going to be hard to see. Yes, come on. There you can see on the odometer, 1,407 miles. Well, despite all of the telltale signs, it looks like I purchased this from someone who wanted to become a biker but was not a seasoned biker, didn't know how to look after their bike, and they just wanted to stick all the fancy bits on it and make it look what they thought was cool. Also, this tailpiece. This is an optional tailpiece on the yellow models. It normally does come with a pillion seat. Well, also the good thing with this was the cheapest RS660 available in the UK. Low mileage, 71 plate, registered September 2021. It's got loads of these add-on bits, but importantly, I made sure I got all of the original bits with it. So we've got original mirrors. We've got, this is the SC Project box of the exhaust, the original screen, the original exhaust with the shields, the original tailpiece. This is the original pillion seat. I've got, that's another second set of levers, but I've got somewhere in here the original levers. It's got a DNA high performance air filter in it, and the original air filter is inside, brand new. Got an original non-4D plate, but that will all be changing anyway. And I don't have any service history with this bike, which can be a bit concerning, but it's low mileage, so I at least know it's had one oil change because it doesn't have the original oil filter. And apart from this pitted chain, the bike rides pretty well. So I need to do a couple of things. I'm going to just order a new chain because chains are cheap and easy to change, and because this one is just so badly pitted on the links. I don't know if you can see that, but that was with some good scrubbing. I did 4 full goes round the chain with scrubbing it with 2 different types of brushes and with 2 different types of chain cleaner, and still that's the best that it came up. So apart from that, I need to do something about this obnoxious exhaust. The good thing for me is the modifications aren't really to my taste, but the modifications are valuable. And I've seen that these titanium SC Project systems, I saw one just sell recently on eBay for £950 second hand, and this one has apparently it's got about 100 miles on it, so the previous owner tells me. It seems like he bought the bike, wanted to get into biking, rode it a bit in the first year, then realised that he wasn't really going to use it much. And so that system is probably going to come off unless I can do anything with either a longer can to make it acceptable. They don't make a DB killer for this, and it's quite the large bore, as you can see. I've got big hands for reference, but that's I think this is 70 mil outer diameter, so it's a 70 mil inlet on the silencer can, and it's very difficult to find cans that are that large. Even with SC Project, a lot of them are 60 or 63 mil, I think it was. GB racing covers, of course, they can stay on there. A welcome addition. The Rizoma mirrors are absolutely useless from my quick ride down the road. These are quite expensive new, and it looks like you can sell them secondhand for 200 to 250 quid. This front spoiler wing thing, I don't know if anyone's going to buy that, but it's got to come off. And hopefully we can make a little bit of money back on those couple of items. I did put a list. Just so I don't forget, for those of you who want to follow along with the modifications. So the SC Project exhaust, that's £1,800 new. The Rizoma mirrors, they're £400 new. The Power Bronze tinted screen, that's £80 new. The front wing is £90 new. The rear tail section, the optional tail piece cover thing, fin, wing, what do you call it? I don't know. Those are £250. The Evotech tail tidy, that one is £175. The Litec levers are £200 for the pair. The GB racing covers, both sides, I think are about £350 from what I can see online. The quad lock mount is 50 quid for the stem type. And of course it's got a tank pad as well, but I haven't really included that on the price. You know, tank pad is just whatever it is. That brings our total up to £3,395. So what do you think? How much do you think I paid for this bike? It's the cheapest in the UK, and I knocked the seller down by £3,000 off of his asking price. So let me know in the comments. This is just a quick introduction video, and I'll let you know how I get on with de-pimping my ride, undoing the modifications that I don't like and putting it back closer to factory, which I think is more than enough. These come from the factory pretty well set up, quite a light bike, pretty reasonable all around, easy to ride, comfortable. Just a good compromise. The handlebars are a lot higher than a lot of other sports bikes, and you've got a good, the pegs aren't very high, so it's quite comfortable. You're not hunched over and stretched over. So although the styling and the shape, the the lines on the bike make it look quite aggressive. The riding position is actually quite moderate and it's not so aggressive at all. It's quite a comfortable bike to ride, but I've got to change the mirrors, get that wing off, sort out the exhaust, fix the chain, and I've got the full service kit in here. Oil filter, oil, stuff. Actually turned out I bought 2 oil service kits when I did the last service on the Suzuki, and it turns out that the oil filter is exactly the same on both bikes. So I'm hoping anyway, because I had a spare one here, that that's going to work on the new Aprilia. Well, that's the update. See you again soon.